And in the finals today, we find these two people. Spawning in the top of Overgrowth, we have the Zerg player in the teal, playing for team against all authority. It is BsK from France. And his opponent, spawning in the bottom as the green Terran player, playing for Team Cascade. It is Complain from Israel. Now both of these guys have shown very good judgment calls, very good game sense in all of their series that I have seen today and in the past, but mostly today. And we can already see this coming into play with BsK scouting everywhere for the potential proxies. Even his first Overlord, if you take a look at the path, it veered a little bit towards the left just in case there are proxy barracks over here, before continuing on forward. He also did scout with the drone, just to be sure, checking the watchtowers to be sure that there are no SCVs out on the map, just to make sure that he can take that 15 hatch with no issue whatsoever. And he did see the barracks, no gas. Complain has used this build already today. He expands gasless and then goes into second barracks, into a third command center, and then takes the gases, builds additional, builds a factory and additional barracks, and then goes into upgrades and starport. Very economical build that Complain is using. Tamika's failed to find an answer for that. Tamika's was the Zerg that played today against Complain and lost 1-2. Let's see if BsK fares any better. Now, to be fair, Tamika's, he kind of tries to all-in Complain with the same type of all-in, which was a Ling Bane Ling Bust, 2 times in a row. And first time he was successful, second time it kind of failed, and third time he just lost in a straight up macro game. So you can kind of see that Complain is very good at macro, and his build is quite effective in longer games. There's the third CC coming down, as we said. And BsK not taking a gas so far, so he'll have 4 queens, maybe even 6 queens, as he tries to take a third base at around the 6-minute mark, and only then will he be taking the gases. Or he can go for quicker gases, slightly, at around 5 minutes, 5:40 maybe, and then take the third base. But considering the fact that he knows that there wasn't a gas being taken when he scouted the main base, and he sees with this Overlord the timing of the expansion, I think he's just going to take the third without taking the gases. There's no reason to hurry. And he has 4 queens so far, pure dronage on his part. And wondering when he'll end up taking the third. There's the gas at 5:40. Just a single one, so still this this wood is... oh, a second one. Okay, 2 gases, Roach Warren, double evolution chamber. Alright, so that evolution chamber, that could be for walling off your natural expansion, or that could be just for double upgrade play. That Roach Warren is also questionable. I mean, with this many queens you can defend versus Hellions, or potentially Hellions. Just with queens, you don't need roaches. But, you know, it's a stylistic preference more than anything, I think. Some players just like to play with roaches, others like to play with queens and lings. And, whoa, that's a mighty fast layer. A very fast layer. No third base and additional gases. All 4 gases. Is BsK rushing towards Mutalisks here? He did select those evolution chambers. And this could still be Roach Hydra. Doesn't have to be Mutalisks. Let's see if that Carapace goes down, or if this Evolution Chamber is just for show. First Hellions coming out on the map. Burrow going down for BsK, yeah. Oh yeah, I like this. So these Hellions are going to find out absolutely... Well, they did see the lair. It may have been a mistake to morph the lair at the natural base instead of the main. And Complain is going to be on his toes because he sees no third base. He's going to check if there's a gold over here. No, no gold. And he's going to start to be a little bit wary. He knows the Zerg player is only on 2 bases. And it's double upgraded roaches. Is this just 2 base? No, it can't be a 2 base play. It has to be a third base in it somewhere. There we go. But that's a mighty late to third base. 3 additional barracks is going down for Complain. He's not even floating this orbital command to the third just yet. I think he'll be taking this one, considering the architecture. Starport finally completed. And Complain will have 5 barracks worth of production, landing his third at this location, not at this one. This one is a little bit better for mech instead of bioplay, to be sure. And it looks like Complain is going full Hyun onto Complain. Hyun used to play roaches just like this versus Terran players, but that was almost 1 year ago, and even then he wasn't too effective with those. So he went back into Ling Bailing, kinda. Now Complain, his upgrades are going to be finishing right now, so he'll have 1-1 ready. Roaches will also be 1-1. He's got Medivacs, he's got Stim, he will have combat shields. Doesn't have concussive shells though. And his third is going to be denied. At least for the time being. Nice exchange there, 7 workers killed and 0 units lost. Going to maybe pick off a Marine again. And now the Baning Nest is, wait a minute, what? No Hydralisk then, just Baning Nest? Ah! So we're going to probably see Roaches and Banelings as the core composition for the Zerg player, and using static defense to defend versus potential drops, because Roach plus anything composition is inherently weak versus drop play. And here comes the Burrow. Oh, I like this so much. This is so good here, what BsK is doing, but Roaches, not enough Marauders with this force, just 4. They're not going to be taking out these Roaches out too effectively, but Marine's DPS is making up for that with 5 barracks worth of production, definitely. BsK still, nice creep spread. He's taking a 4th base at the gold, no less, so he won't need as many drones to get the mineral income he needs from the gold base, which will allow him to field more Roaches. And that's definitely what he wants, because Roaches are not very supply effective units. They take up a lot of your supply and they're not very effective in a fight. Infestation Pit going down as well, 10 Banelings morphing in. Still no Spire, no Hydra then. And we have melee upgrades going up. No +2 missile upgrades, but melee upgrades level 1. This is interesting. We may see Ultralisks and a Hive when that Infestation Pit finishes, but I rather doubt it. Of course, it may have been a misclick and I'm misreading the situation, because it doesn't synergize with what BsK is doing right now. It doesn't make any sense. He's trying to go in with the Lings. I don't know if I don't know if this is enough Banelings though to do it. He's going to have to try and surround the Marines with the Lings and get good detonations with the Banelings, while keeping the roaches alive, and this is not working to his liking. This Marine Force is probably going to take out the 4th base in due time. Just not enough bandings with this composition, and I think Complain has learned from the past, and he just added more Marauders into the mix. Now, if BsK can hold on long enough for these Infestors to come out, which he should start producing right now, then he'll have a better composition versus the Terran player. If he can lock the Terran infantry down with the fungal growths to get those roaches, some action, and get those banding detonations going, then yes, this might work. But as it is, this is not going to be a very cost-effective composition here for the Zerg player. Not by a long shot, and I think BsK is just playing off the fact that he'll be able to just constantly reinforce with having that gold base. But even now we can see that it's not working for him as intended. He's down 40 supply against a Terran. How can you be down 40 supply as a Zerg versus a Terran? This is almost unheard of. Complain once again pushing back that army. Now we have Infestors out on the field. This could be a different fight. A couple of Banelings rolling into the 3rd base, not finding any SCVs, but they're gonna burrow. Complain probably noticed. Is going to scan and take out those, not even scanning, just building turrets. Yeah, BsK not having much luck with those fungals neither. And Complain establishing a 4th base. Oh! How many SCVs was that? 10? Wow. Nice detonation at the 3rd. So in the end, Complain did not notice. Decent fungal, but not a very good one in the end. Does lose the Infestor as well. Will lose a 4th base. Here he goes again. Does he have enough for a fungal? I don't think so. Decent connections with the bandits, but not good enough. Still, BsK being very careful about engaging. Tries to go at it again, just before the stim wears out, forcing the Marines to stim over and over and over again. The medevacs are all out of energy almost, so every stim hurts like hell. Good detonation right there on the bunch of Marines, but it's not enough. I mean, I don't know how Complain is doing this, but he is still up 70 supply on BsK, takes out the 4th and gets out, and even a Thor makes an appearance. Are you kidding me? This is just too much to handle. Complain macroing like a beast. Wow, so good. And look at his minerals throughout all of this. So low. Every ounce of resources being immediately used. And he's, what, getting a Reaper? Now that must have been a misclick. But anyways, he's going to cancel the 4th base once more. There's not much that BsK can do about this right now. Oh, not even getting good bailing detonations on the side. No cancel on the 4th base. He doesn't care at this point because he's got 2,000 minerals in the bank. What he doesn't have is army supply. 46 army supply to 139. This is just not going his way. He may pull some magic tricks maybe with burrowed banings, but look at this. Complain already foreseeing the danger, scanning as he goes, getting rid of creep, spotting for bailing mines. And after all, going roach bailing Infestor composition may not have been the best ideas that BsK got this game. He's certainly not reaping the benefits of it. Trying to cut off reinforcements, that's always a nice move, but he'll pay the price in the form of a 3rd base, which is under attack right now. Complain leaving a couple of units there. Good fungal! Gets all those Marines, but will it be enough? Probably not. The 3rd base will go down anyways. Army supply now only 28 for BsK and going down rapidly as Complain continues to reinforce this, getting 2 additional command centers over here as well. Wow, BsK just steamrolling his opponent left and right, and there's nowhere to hide for the French Zerg. It's going to be a fairly quick GG over here as soon as the natural is broken. BsK does have a base in the top left, but no dice. GG called, and Complain is up 1-0. Dominant.